Big Hits 102.5 and 1330 WBTM.
And our coverage tonight is brought to you by URW Community Federal Credit Union, Blair Construction Company, also by Abercrombie Oil Company, W.A. Wells III Nationwide Insurance, Stevens Auto Sales, also by Danville Pet Resort, and by Piedmont Credit Union. Folks, it is loud in here, buddy. We have got lots of folks from Ringgold, Kentucky, and Williamsburg that are battling for, I guess, volume at this point. But right now we're getting ready to have our starting lineups introduced here between Dan River and Bruton. Again, the Bruton Panthers bring a 26-1 mark into the game. Dan River trying to finish a dream season, a first ever state championship in basketball with a 24-0 record. Now, the two of the captains are reading the sportsmanship pledge now before the game. I think that's a real nice touch that the BHSL does before the state semifinal and the state final games, is to have the to remind the fans and the players that this is just a game after all.
It's kind of like the hooky respect thing. As soon as the game starts, it goes out the window.
Well, in so many words.
Yeah, absolutely.
But of course, the Wildcats bringing in the perfect record tonight, trying to cap what would be a dream season. Now, we'll have the player introduction shortly, but Don, one of the things that when we were talking about coming up here is when you look at the Dan River roster, you look at the stats, you see leading scorer 12, 13 points a game, 2 or 3 with 9, a couple with 8, 1 with 7. It just depends upon who has the hot hand and the way the game flows in any one given night. That's basically who's going to be leading scorer, just the way the game goes.
Yeah, a lot of diversity in the scoring, as you mentioned. I think that's going to be a key for Dan River. Again, as I mentioned earlier, our bench a little bit stronger than is that of Bruton. But, look at the VHSL logos.
Awesome, yeah.
As the lights have gone dark here in the Siegel Center, and they are about to introduce every member of all the teams. And, man, the electricity just went up.
Wild.
Yeah, you can just feel the static electricity in the air. There's my hair on the back of the neck. What's the look? Well, anyway, just raised.
But they are introducing Dan River right now, and they have a spotlight trained on the reserves. These are the non-starters, and they're moving the spotlight from player to player as they're being introduced. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is the big stage, and they try to make it as much of a spectacle as the NCAA's Final Four and the NBA's championship and that kind of thing. And, hey, why not? These guys deserve it. They've been playing basketball since October. And, organized for ready for the year. And why not give them an opportunity to sit on the big stage? If you run the table, 50 out of 51 ball games won between these two teams, yeah, they deserve a little moment in this spotlight and the VHSL logo flying around here on a laser beam.
And it's super to have again, for the kids, most of them will not play college basketball, of course. And what a wonderful memory to be here with the lights flashing and, 7,000 fans screaming at the top of their lungs. It was a super job that the VHSL has done with this new format, quite frankly, having the 12 championship games spread out over a 3-day period. One thing is different, though, Don, the fact that we had a 1-week layover between the state semis and the state championship. Now, these guys used to play 2-3 games a week all throughout the season.
That's going to be the marquee matchup right there. Carlos and Terrell have been introduced at the same time. But, I don't think that layoff is going to matter. I don't really think it's going to matter at all. I mean, these guys had to wait till Friday and Saturday to start playing in the conference tournaments. We're talking about a week's layoff for both of these teams. They both played last Saturday evening. There's no advantage for one school or another coming in with that mindset.
Yeah, and again, you could just call it maybe a dramatic pause in the season. Expect these guys like to have as much of their legs as possible as we get to this point here. 3 of the 5 starters, of course, for Dan River are named Edmonds. So your starting lineup includes number 22, Terrell Evans, number 23, Tremaine Edmonds, 24, Ethan Driscoll, number 33, Tyleek Edmonds as well. Also, Curtis Stevens, the guy they call Q, is one of the starters for Dan River. And we'll be seeing a lot of Rashawn Myers and a couple of others.
Robbie
remember that name? I'm sorry,
you remember?
I do well.
Freshman football at GW.
Yes, sir.
Transferred out to the county and made a big mark for the Dan River Wildcats.
And we're getting old when we could remember calling the dad and the son games. Yeah. I just want to point that out.
Yes. Well, thank you, but you didn't have to do that.
That's all right. Folks, it's Bruton and Dan River, the starting tip here in just a second. Dan River dressed out in their royal blue. That's the colors we all love.
Yeah, they'll be the visitors tonight, and that just came from bracketology more so than anything else.
Yeah,
so
makes zero difference.
Yeah, Bruton will be the home team on the scoreboard for those who are following along on the instant droids, if you will. Dan River, as Chuck mentioned, in all royal blue with blue numbering. The Panthers, with their multicolored shoe apparel and socks, are in solid white with gold trim down the side. Yeah, and they go with a much smaller lineup. Their lineup features Marcos Carter, as we've heard so much about. Daniel Jones will also get the start tonight. Number 30, as mentioned, Capri Duchette. He will be the guy in the opening tip-off. Larry Legaspi will also be in the starting role, and so does Lonnie Swinton, number 14. Quarter number 1 from his alma mater in the state championship game. Here's Chuck Bipperman to give you the call.
Marcus Carter and number 33, Tyleek Edmonds, will tip it off. It'll be controlled by Bruton. Number 14, the point guard, gets the ball into Jones. Out back high to number 30, Duchette. And Dan River will start off with a man-to-man defense. Number 10, Marcus Carter, running the point for Bruton. Right wing now to the other guard, Lonnie Swinton, another of the two seniors that produced most of the scoring for Bruton. Now dribbling back out of high, Marcus Carter. Right to Duchette, top of the key. Dan River is settling into almost a zone here, it looks like, but it's a man. Duchette behind the back dribble into the paint. He'll get a pass off now back out of high. Here's Carter. Here's a three. It's no good. Rebound to Tremaine Edmonds. And we'll go back the other way with Dan River. No score, just starting the state championship game. Now the ball is knocked away and stolen by Bruton. For 14, Lonnie Swinton on the defense. And here come the Panthers. Back left wing, here's Carter. Boy, he is quick. He gets into the paint. He scores. That's a very quick first step there, Don, and we're going to be putting up with that all night. And here comes Bruton with a 1-3-1 trap. Dan River will break the trap and will get it inside. Shot is up, no good, in and out for Q Stevens, and it'll be Bruton basketball.
That ball went halfway down and came right back out of the cylinder.
Three's pointer the other way. It's up, no good. Rebound dribbled around, and Dan River will knock it out of bounds. It'll be... they had not given an indication yet. We got a foul.
A foul, actually.
Okay, we do have a foul.
The foul's on Bruton.
Number 14, Lonnie Swinton with a foul, his first.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. He's quick, too.
Yeah, boy, he is. There are two guys, Swinton and...
These guys get flat motor.
And here comes Dan River trying to beat the trap, and they do. Driscoll breaks the timeline inside to Tyleek Edmonds. Shot just won't go, and it's a foul on the rebound. Dan River has had two shots go in and out.
Yeah, Marcus Carter's going to be flagged with this one, and that's going to be a good start for Dan River's defense of that dude.
It's an excellent start.
Because we want to get him out of the game if at all possible. They have not put the foul up on the scoreboard yet, though. Yeah,
pass inbounds to Q Stevens, and he'll get it up high to Terrell Edmonds. Driscoll fakes the shot, now floats it in for the baseline. No good. Rebound to Bruton. Panthers ball, they're up 2-0. 6:19 left in the first quarter. And a ragged start offensively for the Wildcats. Duche into the paint. Shot up, no good. Rebound. Big Tyleek brings it down, gets it to Driscoll. Here come the Cats. Breaks the timeline. Now he's down, dribbling down the left wing. Driscoll will put the shot up, no good. Rebound tipped around. Here comes Bruton. 0 for 4 shooting right now for Dan River. Swinton takes it the other way, and he traveled.
Yeah, he traveled. He tried to do a little electrifying right, right move. Didn't work for him. But I got to say this, Chuck, on the offensive boards, Dan River has been pretty awesome so far, defensive boards, because the shots that Bruton have been putting up, Dan River's been going and getting them off the glass.
Back the other way, Edmonds with a shot, no good. Rebound to Tyleek Edmonds, it won't go in.
Oh, my God.
And another rebound, this time it's in. Number 23, Tremaine Edmonds, gets the Wildcats' first 2 points of the night. Wow.
Man, that ball went all the way down and came back out. Like a lid on that rim.
Cursed. So they finally got it to fall, so it's a 2-2 basketball game. 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
We're not settled in yet.
No, we're not. Marcus Carter, a long three-pointer from the wing, is way off the mark, and Q Stevens gets the rebound, and he'll break the timeline. He's tripped, and that's going to be a foul on number 35, Larry Legaspi. His first. Team third.
That's a block foul on Dan River. That's Dan River's first foul.
No.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, they called it on Bruton, yeah.
They'll get him out of the game, Legaspi.
He'll have a seat. That's his first foul, team third. Inbound pass. Driscoll spots up 3. Left baseline. Won't go. Rebound. Edmonds had it in his hands and lost it. It'll be Bruton basketball. The iron is unkind to Dan Rivers so far.
This one down here has not allowed anything to get anywhere close.
That is frustrating.
Yeah, that ball is, really has gone down a couple of times.
That is 3 times we've had a shot go in and out. 2-2 the score. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Marcus Carter back the other way for Bruton. He'll get it out high to Swinton. Jones in the key. Outside right, baseline move by Duchette. He'll dust it off. No good. Rebound to the Wildcats. Here comes one of the Edmonds. That's Terrell. He'll spot up Q Stevens. Long way away. He got it. A 3-pointer. Curtis Stevens with the tray. It is 5-2. Dan River.
Largest lead of the game now.
Well, yeah.
Either team.
Quite obviously. Back the other way, Swinton will get it out high to Marcus Carter. He's going to try to do a little dribble drive here. Now Duchette, good crossover move. He gets it and a foul.
And one.
That was a heck of a crossover dribble by Duchette. He'll get hacked by Stevens. Really, after the shot was in, on the follow-through, they'll get Stevens. And here we go. It's going to be, at the line. They'll put Duchette. He's one of the 3 captains, Carter and Legaspi, the other 2. So the first free throw attempt of the night comes from the Bruton Panthers. It's up, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Dan River will get it.
Nice rebound by Tremaine Edmonds.
Yes, sir. That was a good one. Back the other way, a little pressure now as the Wildcats will break the timeline. Stevens running the point out high. Boy, Dan River does have a big size advantage on these guys.
Don't look at the socks, though.
Inside, there's Tremaine. Good feed from Driscoll, and it was an easy layup for Tremaine Edmonds. He has 4. Cats up 7-4. Back the other way. A long 3-pointer's good. Lonnie Swinton from downtown Richmond ties it up at 7. Now a steal. Duchette got the ball away. Shot is up, but he's going to get fouled from behind by Talik Edmonds. A bit of a frustration foul, I believe, by Talik, who had the ball tipped away. Actually, it's number 22, Terrell, who gets whistled, I believe. No, it's Tremaine Edmonds. Okay, we get it right. Tremaine gets the foul, and now we'll have 2 free throws from Duchette, who was not close on his first one. His first one's up and good.
You had to jinx it, didn't you?
I did. 8-7. Bruton retakes the lead now.
Wow, what a tempo we're under right now.
This is
just like managed chaos.
There's a second free throw. It rattles out no good. Tyleek Edmonds gets the rebound.
Mark that down for future use.
Yes,
maybe the guy to put on the line.
Back the other way. Here comes Driscoll. He tries to get a pass in. It's tipped away and stolen by Bruton.
These guys can leap like frogs.
Yes, they can, buddy. Back the other way, Swinton spots up a long 3-pointer.
Oh, gosh, he is NBA range. He literally was at the quarter court mark on the logo for Verizon Wireless.
A foul back the other way, but 3-pointers from Lonnie Swinton, both of them from NBA range. Holy smokes. It's an 11-7 Bruton lead.
Man.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, Chuck, he didn't hesitate. He had a man in his face. He just spotted it and shot it. And it didn't do nothing but tickle the twine as it went through the hoop.
Lordy.
That was incredible. And if it sounds loud on the radio, it's loud here.
It's loud here. I mean, this is deafening. 11-7 Bruton leads. It's 3:22 and counting in the first quarter here. Spotting up Driscoll, left side. Here's a 3. It's good. His first basket of the night, and it's still a Bruton lead, but now 11-10. Now back the other way, we got a Shaquan Edwards into the game now. Pass right, here comes Marcus Carter, 18 points a game. He'll get double teamed to get it out high to Duchette. Duchette looks inside. Now he'll dribble into the paint. Good looking move. It will not go in.
Too much English.
Tremaine Edmonds with the rebound, and here come the Cats the other way.
Tremaine doing a good job dribbling left-handed on that.
He tries to get a pass into Tyleek, and it's going to be knocked away. Bruton knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Dan River basketball. 2:45 left in the first period. What a pace, what a crowd, what an atmosphere here in Richmond.
You asked for it, you got it.
Yes, sir, buddy. This is already just worthy of state championship material.
Worth the ride, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, here comes a big boy.
The 44, Mike Sangalang.
Sangalang.
I mean, he's been in the weight room, buddy.
Yeah. He's their linebacker.
Yes, sir.
Or middle lineman, either one.
Driscoll takes the three. Here's the three. It won't go. Rebound to Bruton. Carter, a good boxing out, and here comes the Panthers. Here come the Panthers. 1-point lead and the basketball. Back out high, that's Edwards. Now Carter looks to spot up on a drive. He gets a moving screen, no call. A wild shot.
That was Houdini.
Stevens got the ball. Here come the Wildcats looking to Edmonds. Up, no good.
Too much English.
He was going too fast. He had a layup attempt, but he was going at warp speed. And it rattles out, no good. Duchette tries the behind-the-back dribble.
Look at that.
And now here comes Terrell Edmonds back the other way. Hacked. And it's going to be 2 free throws coming up. 2:06 left. Wow, what a face.
Yeah, any coach would say that is a good foul because that was going to be a deuce and maybe an electrifying dunk on top of that. Foul's going to be charged on number 23 for the Panthers. That'll be Jalen Carr, his first. And to the line will go Terrell Edmonds to shoot 2.
Let's spot up the first one. It's no good. Not quite close.
First foul shot of the night.
Dan River trying to tie the game at the free throw line. It's 11-10. The Bruton Panthers lead. 2:06 left in the first period. A wild pace first quarter here. Second free throw from Terrell is short. Tipped around, rebounded. Rashawn Byers has it. He was fouled, no call. Now here comes another rebound. Talik Edmonds got it. Gabriel Long actually got the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball.
Dan River on the alternating possession.
Yep. So it'll be a jump ball that Dan River will inbound under their own basket.
Hey,
good rebounding.
Got a tweet from one of our counterparts up here. Great to meet us and that kind of thing. That's pretty cool, yeah.
Out high to Driscoll. He's going to get the ball back out high to Curtis Stevens. Man-to-man defense by Bruton. And Stevens sees it. He likes it. He takes it to the hoop and scores on a layup with the left hand.
Chuck, that was a great job using your body as a defense mechanism that time. And he just went right to the hoop, banked it off the bucket, and it went right through the hole. And that gave Dan River the lead again.
As soon as they extended that man defense, Stevens saw it. And I think I saw drool come out of his mouth. Back the other way, Carter
cannot do it himself.
Yes, sir. Rashawn Myers will get the ball out to number 20, Q Stevens. He'll bring it up past the timeline. Cats up 12-11. Here comes Stevens. Switch their hand. A floater in the lane. It's 14-11. And we got a timeout coming from Bruton.
That's a long one.
Full timeout. We're going to take our breath here. Goodness gracious. Wildcats lead 14-11. We're back in 1 minute. 14-11. The Wildcats over Bruton High School with 1:25 left of the first period. Q Stevens is on fire, Don.
Yeah, he's got 7 points here in the first, and he's seen something in this defense that he likes in his style of play. And that running one-hander he had a few moments ago was just as pretty as anything I've seen. But I love that layup when he used his body as a defense mechanism to make the easy bucket, and it's put Bruton into a different defensive panel against GW. I'm sorry, against Dan River. Yeah, take a drink.
Edwards back the other way, inside to the linebacker. It's good. Sangalang. What a name. And this guy's got to be like 6 foot 230.
Yeah, he's solid, too.
Other way, here comes Rashawn Myers. His shot will not go. Boy, a tough miss that time after Myers did such a good job creating the opportunity.
Poor coverage on the boards for the guys in blue, too.
Duchette trying to find a way. He'll try to get it to a teammate. The ball is loose, tipped around. Duchette will get it back as one of his teammates hits the deck. Here comes Carter, 8 feet away. No good. Rebound, tipped around. Up and in again, no good. Bruton, though, this time will get it, and Rashawn Myers and Carter get into it.
We got two-shot foul coming, and we got an injury here.
Yes,
that guy who fell down earlier, man, he hit hard. That was Shaquan Edwards. I think they're going to try to get him out of the ball game, whether he wants to go or not.
He landed right on his bottom there, and boy, the floor is unforgiving. He's holding his lower back out. I expect he is.
Fouls on Rashawn Myers. No.
Yeah,
Rashawn Myers. That's his second foul. No, his first foul.
First, yeah. So at the line will be Marcus Carter. He has 2 points. He averages close to 18 a game. He's the leading scorer for the Panthers. He's got 2. First one is good. And we are tied up again, 14-14, pending the second free throw.
That's the fourth tie of the night so far in this football game.
Another
14-14.
Another night at the office, huh?
Yeah.
He has a little step back at the free throw line, but he'll step into this one and nails it. And that'll give Bruton the lead back at 15-14.
You're going to get Duchette out of the game. That's probably a smart move. You got 35 seconds left to go in the break. Give him the time and the full timeout and bring him back for the second quarter.
They're keeping their trap, full court trap here. And Driscoll did a good job of getting that ball.
Hey, where were you going? That ball was coming right to you, yeah.
Down low, Talik Edmonds is triple teamed and fouled. Goodness gracious. That's Gabriel Long. Yeah. I'm sorry. Gabriel Long, a senior, 6'6", 180 pounds.
And he's lengthy too, buddy.
Yeah.
He looks like a spaghetti strap. He's just out there.
He's a long 6'6". He's got arms. I mean, goodness gracious.
He's 6'6" with a 6'6" arm span.
Every bit of it.
Wingspan.
Long at the free throw line. Will shoot 2. First one's no good.
That's not boding well.
No, it's not, actually. Man.
0 for 3 so far in that statistic.
Yeah, Wildcat fans, stop us if you heard this before, but man. 0 for 3 at the line to this point. It's a 15-14 Bruton lead. 23 and a half seconds left in the first quarter of this 2A state championship game.
Yeah, if you want to go to the refrigerator on this one, you want to go during the break.
Yeah.
Because
and even then, make it snappy.
Yeah.
Second free throw is no good. Rebound to Bruton. It bounced off the backboard.
Yeah.
Back the other way, the Panthers with the ball. 20 seconds left in the first period. They have a 15-14 working advantage as Dan Rivers sets up in a zone here.
Last shot of the quarter.
So they will take it out high. Number 23, Jalen Carr, one of the reserves now into the game. 12, Ethan Rice also out on the court. Long step, a three-pointer.
We got fouled him. Oh, you can't do that, guys. Put 3 fouls out there.
Rodney Womble got him as he was attempting a three-pointer. Number 25, Shaquan Edwards will go to the line. And, boy, you can hear the frustration in our voices, I'm sure. That's a desperation 30-foot three at the buzzer. You don't foul on that. If he makes it, bully for him. So Edwards will shoot 3 of them here.
He just came down on the body with him after the shot went away.
First one's no good.
I think he partially blocked it, but it's not like the NFL where if you tip the line at the line of scrimmage, you can't do that. And
Edwards missed his first one.
He missed it bad, too.
The second one is in. So that extends the Bruton lead to 2. And, of course, Edwards was the one that fell hard and hurt his lower back just a few minutes ago, and he's still favoring that back, but
he's the only one that's got on yellow shoes and green socks.
Third free throw is good. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It gives Bruton a 3-point lead, 17-14 with 1.1 seconds left.
Yeah.
Where's
our Christian Leitner play?
Womble to inbound.
You got to throw it down.
Looking, and he'll get it to Stevens, who will heave a desperation three-pointer, no good. And, folks, that is a very wild and entertaining first quarter. The Dan River Wildcats have swapped leads 3 times with Bruton so far, but the Panthers lead the Wildcats 17-14 at the end of 1. We'll bring you back for quarter number 2 in 1 minute.